Moving forward to our topic 7 of the financial curriculum, general readiness. The basic two aspects of general readiness of a startup are legal and intellectual property and business model and financials. The legal regularity and intellectual properties are well defined as startup and companies registration, IP registrations, patents, trademark, copyrights when required, shareholders agreement, co-founders agreement, tax registrations and filings, compliance with regulatory bodies and regulations, contracts, agreements with relevant stakeholders including customers, suppliers, and employees. The business model and financials basically comprises of business model and the business plan, historical financial projections, pitch deck presentation. Moving on to the first basic requirement, a company's registration. The registration process is handled by the SECP, Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan. So to register any company in Pakistan, you need to visit SECP office or SECP website. The documents required for any company registrations are as follow. Moving on to the further regularities. A NOC or a letter of intent, license from concerned authorities if you want to register some specialized business. In the case of a foreign company incorporation, you need to provide more details such as list and the details of directors, the company profile, detail of directors and their nationality. You need to provide company's character certificate. You need to provide a memorandum of association and articles of association as well. Authorization or subscribers for filling of documents. Registration or filing fee. The total company incorporation fee is 1800 rupees for online submission if the nominal share capital is not more than 100,000. For offline submissions, the total company incorporation is 3500 rupees. The second most important step is the IP registration, patents, trademarks, and copyrights. Without these registrations, your company won't have a mark in the market. Intellectual property refers to any intellectual creation, such as literary works, artistic works, inventions, designs, symbols, names, images, computer codes, and etc. Intellectual property law exists in order to protect the creators and covers area of copyrights, trademark law, and patents. What are patents? A patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention for a limited period to make, use, and sell the invention. The patent law in Pakistan is presently governed by Patents Amendment Act 2010 along with the Patent Rule 2003. Moving on to trademarks and copyrights. A trademark is a form of intellectual property that protects the use of various names, symbols, logos, or other manners of identification of a company's product and services. Startups can obtain trademark protections in two ways: under the common law and under the statute, through government registrations. Copyrights. Copyrights protect original work of authorship that are fixed in a tangible medium of expression. Examples of work that can be protected by copyrights are website content, manuals, firmware, and computer software, as well as traditional works such as songs, novels, and motion pictures. Unlike patents, a copyright exists as soon as a work is created. No registration or application to the government is required. Shareholders agreement. A shareholders agreement is an agreement or a contract between the shareholders of the company. It includes the provision as to how the company will operate. It describes the right of the shareholders and their relationship with the company. The actual motive of this agreement is to secure the rights of the shareholder and to clarify the responsibility towards the company. Co-founder agreement. A contract between the co-founders setting out the ownership in the company, initial capital contributions, duties and responsibilities of each co-founder. This agreement also safeguards you in the case of a dispute, as it can provide protection to show what the co-founder agreed to. Moving forward towards discussing legal regularity and intellectual property. Tax registration. To register a company in Pakistan, you must have a national tax number, an NTN. You can apply for a national tax number at the Regional Tax Office of the Federal Board of Revenue. The Federal Board of Revenue handles all the tax related matters in the country. Documents required to apply for a national tax number are the following. Moving further towards the filing of the tax. Income tax returns can be filed through FBR. Following contents tells us how we can file the income tax. Moving forward towards the compliance with regularity bodies and regulations. This means an organization's adherence to laws, regulations, guidelines, and specifications relevant to its business processes. Violations of regularity compliance often result in legal punishments, including federal fines. The other contracts involves contracts between suppliers. A supply contract or supply agreement is a pact between a business and suppliers for the delivery of agreed products or services. Supply contracts usually includes the following. The second aspect of the contracts involves the contracts within the company, the contracts with the employees. Contract with employees refers to the employer and the employee's right, responsibilities, and obligations during the period of employment. Some clauses of employee contracts are as follows. Now discussing the second part of the general readiness, business model and financials. The startup should have a well-defined business model and business plan. The business plan includes executive summary, company's description, products and services they offer, the marketing plan, the operational plan and the hierarchy levels, management and organizations, startup expenses and capitalization, and the financial plan. These things will further be defined in the next few slides.